Hello, welcome to my show, You Throughout the Years. Here, we will have conversations with ordinary persons like you and me. Everyone has a story, either good or bad, funny or sad. So come and reminisce with us as we find out how these years have shaped our lives. And I have a special guest with us today by the name Shannon. And I have always found it interesting to
Mhm.
hear a man with the name Shannon. Yeah. So Shannon, can you introduce yourself to us?
Hi everyone. My name is Shannon. Um, I have a YouTube channel called The Shannon Show. What I do is I do a little bit of everything. I do a little mystery boxes where I open up little mystery boxes and take out special prizes. I do a little cooking. I do conventions, that kind of thing. So it's a mix of everything. And plus, I'm also a member of Team Build with Geo as well. Oh yeah, which I'm proud of. Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yes. And you will hear some more about his YouTube channel later in the show.
Yeah.
So, Shannon, the first question I will ask you is, what is the earliest age you can remember?
Me, the earliest age of really? Oh
Yeah.
wow, I love memory questions. I think actually I want to say four maybe because I recall the memory of going to the hospital to see my little cousin. She was just born. I was like, wow, that's like, but it's crazy with my memory. It's like I always get these old memories flashing at me, and I can't figure out where they're coming from. It always, and like my memory, and I got so many memories. Is memories are always constant flashing in my head, even when I don't want it. It's always flashing. It's like sometimes I wonder, is it trying to remind me of something, tell me something, or something I just couldn't simply figure out. It's like a puzzle, a piece to the puzzle, figuring out stuff. It's like my memory, like figuring out, trying to put the piece of puzzle here. Does it go here or does it go there? So it's always constantly reeling.
Yeah. Okay. So then try to muddle through these memories, and at what age did you start to talk, and or what when did your parents tell you that you started to talk and walk?
Uh, I want to say maybe, I don't know, two or three, because my grandma did a recording of us when we were little, and I had to be maybe two or three. And I recall listening to this tape she recorded. It was years ago, and I heard us talking, and I'm calling out one of my cousin's names. So I had to be probably like two or three, I think, somewhere in there. But she got us all when we were little. I need to ask her for that tape, see if I can get a copy of it, so I can hook it up, put it on a disc or something. Because that's the thing is I got so many memories and pictures, and like the first time I ever touched the camera, I had to be maybe like in preschool or something, because my mom had the old school Polaroid, the white camera. Oh man, it's like she gave me the camera, and I recall taking a picture, and that feeling from just pushing the button, just taking a picture. It's like, oh man, it's like it opened up a whole new world for me. It's like that's the thing that I think that got it started. So I blame my mom for all this, me loving cameras and pictures and film. It all started with just watching her, because I just sat back and I was really amazed, and I loved it.
Okay. Oh,
Hmm.
yes, that sounds exciting for a little child. So
Yeah.
I know that was exciting. So how was your attitude as a child? Did your parents or grandparents, the
Hmm.
family, have any trouble with Shannon?
No, no. Well, like little kids, I got make back. I wasn't really bad, but I always I had sense and I could behave. You know, my mom used to say sometimes I act like I got sense, sometimes I don't. But no, I was all right. I didn't really cause no trouble, but you know, I did all right. I didn't it went to no point where like they had to come on down to the schoolhouse and say, no, I never got I had sense enough because I was too busy into like video games and stuff. It was like I always found some stuff like I was too busy watching cartoons, me and my cousins watching old school Transformers, Thundercats, whatever, G.I. Joe. Come home after school, we'd be outside playing, you know, so we always go to my grandma's house after school, or we walk or catch a ride or whatever. So, you know, I had a fun childhood. I still miss it. I miss the 80s, you know. I sure do. It's like, man.
Okay. Okay. And through your years as a child,
Yeah.
what did you do? How was school and home for you?
Oh, it was good. You know, I was smart. You know, I learned, you know, I was always, I think I picked up on math, but I think I did better with reading. Like I recall from elementary school, because like it was just stuff, just trying to grasp it and understand it. So what my mom would do, she would make me go back and reread what I read so I could understand it, you know. And then later on, you know, I think as I started getting older, like I hit fourth grade, then fifth grade, and then when I got to middle school in sixth grade, out of nowhere, it's like everything just started really changing. Next thing I know, boom, they had a thing like called Student of the Month. It's like anybody in the sixth grade class, like whoever had the best grades, they would get Student of the Month, you know, a guy and a girl. So I remember getting Student of the Month. Next thing I know, boom, I'm on the honor roll. Boom. Next thing I know, I'm in the National Junior Honor Society. Next thing I know, I'm getting all kind of little awards and stuff. Next thing I know, I'm playing sports and everything. It's like, man, you know, it's like I really started. It's like, that's the thing. It's like, it takes me a while to catch on the stuff, but when I grasp it, get a hold of it, understand the nature of what it is, I take it and I learn the fundamentals, the basic of it. I take it and run with it, put my own spin on it. It's like, man, it opens up a whole nother world, and I can just blow by people once I understand it. It's like people might get a head start on me, but once I figure it out, I know I can catch you and pass you, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always believed in myself. I can do it. You know, I saw stuff. It was hard. If it was hard, what I would do, I would work harder at it, trying to figure it out, or maybe have somebody help me. But once it clicked, it was over. And, you know, I was going to take it and, you know, I was going to just do my best, you know, like all the other students, you know, because I figure they can do it. I can do it too. I can go in there and win. I can get the good grades just as well as they can. You know, I never doubted myself, you know, I was
Yeah.
always sure, you know.
Okay. So how was home for you? Do you have siblings?
No, it's just me, but I had plenty of cousins. We fought like brothers and sisters all the time, you know. But no, home was cool. My folks were cool. You know, like growing up, my folks, they would help me with my homework and stuff. Like I had video games. Like growing up, we would go out. We would go to like Disney World, Kings Dominion amusement parks. We did like family stuff during the summertime. It was always fun. Oh, of course, every year we have family reunions. Oh my gosh, I look forward to that. Seeing all my cousins cooking out. We were eating and everything, having music, DJ playing the old school jams. Oh man, it was great memories. You know, no, home was cool. It really was.
So it sounds that your childhood was exciting and
Oh yeah.
lovely time.
Yeah, that's the thing. My family, they knew how to have fun. You know, I'm telling you, all my family, my aunts and uncles and my mom, they knew how to have a good time, and they love to go to concerts and leave me behind. Oh, when I was little, left me stuck with my granddad, which was, you know, I love my granddad, but it just always seemed exciting because I remember my mom and my uncle were getting ready for I don't know if it was Earth, Wind, and Fire concert or Teddy Pendergrass or whatever. And I recall them leaving me behind. I was like, I want to go too. It was like, man, they get to have all the fun. Good. You know?
I understand, but
Yeah.
you were a child.
Yeah.
Now we are going into your teenage years.
Yeah.
Your whole teenage years.
Right.
And at the earliest teenage years, your hormones are raging,
Mm-hmm.
your the chemical in your mind is shifting,
Yeah.
and things are a bit confusing. How did you navigate that sudden change, even that sudden change in your voice? How did you deal with that?
I don't know. It's like I think my aunt told me years ago. She said she noticed. I guess when I guess going through puberty when I called her one day. She said one day she didn't recognize. She was trying to figure out who's this when I said hello. you know, but actually it was fun to me. I was having fun. It really wasn't no big deal to me. I was just having fun. It's like I was never in a hurry to grow up. Like I saw so many people trying to dress up. It's like, man, I want to just enjoy being a kid, having fun. I was never in a hurry. I was enjoying every age growing up. I knew that's what they call it, growing pains, but hey, man, I was having fun. Everybody was different. I was still, what I was doing in elementary school, I was doing it in middle school, my teen years, even high school, same thing, video games, hanging out with my friends, going to the arcade, just, and of course, uh, skipping on my homework, coming home sometimes when I should be doing it. It's the same. I've always been myself, the same routines. I always been consistent. I never, got into trouble and like that, but I always had a mind of my own. I see people like when they would get in trouble, it's like, man, but I know everybody's different, but I saw the routes that were easy. I could have easily taken, but I always saw stuff for myself, and I opened my own eyes and I saw it, but I just did my own thing. I didn't really care to follow the crowd. I just did my own thing.
That was the correct thinking
Yeah.
mentality to have as you grow up. Did this change in your later teens, or it just blossomed some more because now you're knowing yourself a little better and you know what direction you would like to go in your adult years? So
Mhm.
going 16 to say 19, was it better for you?
Yeah, because I was still, I watched, and here's the thing, I always had a love for old TV shows. So that started when I was little. And see, my grandma, I would stay with her house during the weekend, and she put A&E channel, art and entertainment channel on like
Mhm.
Sundays. She watched those old school black and whites. And I realized I love those old black and whites because my grandma, but Betty Davis and Joan Crawford, like the old school Gone with the Wind with Clark Gable. And my granddad, I'd be up his house sometimes. He put those old school westerns on like Gunsmoke or Have Gun with Travis. Like I love old TV shows. And Nick at Night used to come on all the time, show the Donna Reed show, Car 54. It's like I knew I loved TV a lot, and I would pay attention to the characters. I guess that was like I got a memory for that old school stuff, remembering characters. So it all was leading to a direction. Later on, like you said, from 16 to 19. So I knew I loved TV, and I loved all that kind of thing. And next thing I know, I ended up when I got to college, I went into theater. Well, in the beginning, I was heading towards engineering, but I end up like towards my sophomore year, I changed my major and I found out it was like more what I wanted. So I got into theater. I got into like doing the tech part of building sets and stuff, so it's like it was all coming together. It's like from all the stuff I learned, getting into the theater, taking like the tech students had to take the basic classes, like you had to take basic acting, and I had to take drafting, lighting, all that kind of stuff. It's like, man, it's like it was like I was on a whole nother level, like from 97 till 99, 95, 97. That's when everything was really changing. The game changer when I went to college. It's like,
So,
man.
so that is what we are going to talk about. What happened after high school? And I will assume that high school was a breeze for you, that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, high school, sometimes I still wonder, like, should I went to a different high school? But I say I would have never met some of the friends, but I just wanted could have had a better experience than where I was at. It's always been that question. But it's still worked out, and I was glad I went through it. I met some friends, along the way, new friends, high school, and then I graduated from high school. Then I went to college, and that's where I met my professor. I still talk to him this day. So it's been over 20 years, since like I graduated from college, pretty much about 20 years, and man, we still talk. He showed me a lot. I tell people this all the time. He used to ride me hard, get on me all the time. I tell him, I thank him, because he used to say I was unfocused all the time. It's like what it was. I guess I was more frustrated because I didn't understand what I was doing when I was in the theater, trying to understand, just comprehend everything, how everything works. But I think over time, like he was saying, he told me you have not only do you read for class, but you have to do stuff outside of the theater on your own, explore it and find and learn. So as I started learning, I think it started clicking and I understood what he was saying, but man, he used to be on me all the time. It was aggravating. I didn't like it. It used to make me mad, but I said, it must be something. I guess, as I look back on it now, he really cared, because if he didn't care, he could have easily, not said nothing at all. But still to this day, I thank him so much because, it made me focus. So, it's like after I graduated from school, I started coming back to him. It wasn't even like maybe a few months or like half the year, maybe 6 months later after I graduated. It's like, I don't know. One day I was in my room watching TV, and all of a sudden, I don't know what it was. I heard this click in my head or something. It's like everything that he told me and I learned from him, just learned from him, clicked. So when I came back to him, I told him, I said, I get what you were saying to me all those years now. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm really seeing things for the first time. It's like I'm coming off the bench. Now I'm ready to play the game. Now I really understand what he was saying. It's like when I understood his words and the power of what they meant, oh my gosh, it's like my mind just went into a whole nother, stratosphere or something,
So your college years, did you do anything different? Did you get in any trouble? Did
Oh
you
no.
get any relationships? How was college?
Oh, it was different on a black campus. Oh man, I know people call it like the black experience. It was fun hanging with I met new friends there. We would go to the ball games all the time, showing the school spirit. I love the football games more than I did the basketball games. It was something cool. And like every year they would have homecoming, and like what it was, it'd be like graduates or people come from all over different states to come celebrate like during the weekend, like the big football games and all of that thing. And but during college years, I learned a lot. I was more focused on my studies, going in and dorm and learning, trying to really understand this theater stuff, because it really sucked up a lot of my time learning, like with drafting. I learned drafting. Oh my gosh. Drafting was frustrating. Learning to use the engineer ruler, how to draw ground plans in the theater, how to do lighting and stuff, and then understanding how to do learning sound, how to set up microphones for the actors, speakers, and lights, how everything blend together, running a show, doing tech runs, dry runs, and all this. Oh my gosh, it was fun though, good experience, but man, it took a while for me to really catch the hang of it, learning theater. The next thing I know, other things started happening. Then I got on to my teacher showed me how to run a light board. So I learned how to run the light board. So I was a light board operator. So I would run the lights. So there'd be a stage manager to call the cues, or I would push the button so the different lights would come up on the stage for the actors, So I learned that. So then I learned how to run a soundboard. So we did a live recording. So I learned how to record at the time in 97. I learned to record on a cassette tape at that time before CD and everything.
Yeah.
And I recorded my first time setting up a live show. I was so excited. I still got that tape, my very first live audio recording. I got to switch it over to digital or whatever, but that was like the big experience. So it led to a lot of stuff, opened more doors for me, with that kind of experience.
What drive you to change your major?
Well, somebody made suggestions because I told them I wanted. Here's a cool story. My freshman year, I told one of the directors, I said I wanted to do special effects because I knew I love Disney and stuff. And see, I watched a lot of Michael Jackson videos, and like watching his videos, Michael Jackson is like, it's just so cool. Michael Jackson and Walt Disney, their vision with videos. So I said, I want to do stuff like them, so he made a suggestion, electrical engineer. So I was taking engineering, but I said, this still just doesn't feel right. And I was frustrated. I couldn't really exactly figure out where I should be. And, I tell people this story all the time. It's like, I got frustrated with it. So it's like a few months later, like spring semester came for my freshman year. So I went to check my mailbox. Next thing I know, I saw this flyer in the mail. It said, do you want to do special effects? Do you want to do lighting? Do this and this and this and that? It said, well, come to the theater. Oh, man, I lit up. I said, oh, my gosh, it's like God heard me. But it's like, man, I don't know it's like God heard me. And oh, my gosh. And it turns out when I came back my sophomore year, turns out I told my roommate, I said, man, I want to do this and that. I was just trying to, I said, I saw this flyer. I was just explaining to him. Turns out he was an acting major. I said, what are the odds on that? He's an acting major. So he took me over there and let me meet everybody in the theater department. And that was the game changer right there from that flyer. And I mean, I still to this day, I still can't believe that happened. It's like God heard me, I couldn't figure it out. So he helped me out, gave me the answer right there in the mailbox. That changed everything. I mean, everything. It's like, I still can't believe it happened. That was over 20 years ago. Wow.
Yes. When you have something to do, the Lord will make sure he finds a way for you to do it. So
yes.
Yours was just from a flyer. That's all
I'm telling
it
you.
takes.
And I would have never met my teacher. It's like I met so many new friends, and my teacher to this day, it's like, wow, I would have never met him if I never went to that school. That wouldn't have happened the way it did. I don't think if it's like I just had to just keep going, and eventually something happened. Sure enough, because man, I was so frustrated. I couldn't really explain to somebody exactly where I was trying to get. And next thing I know, it all led into that direction. So it's like you said. And I heard people say it all the time. God puts people in certain places, in the road to help you out. And oh my gosh, he was like the biggest thing that ever helped me. It's like, because he's done all that he's done. He's been on the road. He's done shows, Broadway. He's a tech major. And I learned so much from him, not just from like the tech standpoint, but like just as a person, his work ethic, just him, how he goes about the way he carries himself. It's like we clicked so fast. It's like, man. So I come, he's like, and his wife is, she's a professional dancer. So she's done theater and stuff. So I call them, they like my aunt and uncle, It's like, man, it's like, I love them so much. I tell them to this day, I still thank you for everything. It's like, man, you just showing me something, wow. Cause I'm telling you, Rochelle, I was so frustrated. It's like that frustration is like, I finally figured a way how to channel it out and figure it out and get the answers and stuff I was looking for. But see, that drove me, that pushed me to even harder. It's really cool. I was blessed for him to share his knowledge with me. We still talk all the time. I hit him up all the time, text him, send him videos on my YouTube channel. He's really proud of me. I like the progress I've made over the years after, and I'm like one of the few students that still come back and see him. He's always glad to see me. He's always joking with me, messing with me all the time when I come back. But it's his way. And like when I go back to the school, it's like home. It's like homecoming when I see him. It's like somebody, like you come to your family, your cousins, uncle. It's that feeling I get when I go back to the theater. It's home base for me, my stomping ground.
Yes, and that is very good that you show your appreciation, from your teachers, because they are teachers that really care about their students and want the best for them. So that is good that you show him his honor for
Yeah.
being a wonderful teacher. So you're finished with college and
Yeah.
you're going in the world of work. So
Yeah.
you're your 20s.
Hmm.
You're a young man. Did anything major happen in your 20s? Did you meet any person that piqued your interest?
No, not really. Not in my 20s because my thing after I graduated from college, it's like my goal was focusing. I got to make some money. I need money. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to hustle. I need a car. You know, it's like I was trying to fill out applications for like theater work and stuff. And my teacher, right before I graduated, he helped transition me into working in the theater while I was working in my senior year in college. So I was working and making money over my senior years. Like that was a true blessing. He helped me. I got my resume together. He helped me with my resume. You know what? I got to update my resume now. I got boatloads of stuff I can put on there on my resume. But I gotta really rework my resume. But I got 20 years over experience and stuff working with theater and stuff. It's like, man, I really got to rework it. But he really helped get me going after I was done, helped a lot of us out. Because the one thing he told me, he said, no matter where you go, lights and sound will always be in demand. And you know what? After he said that, it took a while and it sunk in. I said, that is true with concerts, theater, lights and sounds is always going to be in demand no matter where you go because they need lights you got to see and they need sound so they can hear, and that does make sense. It's like every day you need lights and sound. Well, for that kind of things, like I love AV stuff, so that's what I do, like setting up meeting rooms for clients. We go in there, set up the room. I love that. I love all that kind of stuff with lights and sound, audio. It's really fun setting up clients.
And we can hear the excitement in your voice talking about all of this. I like it too.
Yeah,
I wish I could do it at
right.
the level that you are doing it. We're going in your 30s now, and you're supposed to know yourself better.
Yeah.
What did you do, or what career path did you choose for your 30s?
It's the same from graduating from college, theater stuff. That's what I've been doing over the years, theater and setting up lights and sound, that kind of thing over the years. That's what I love. But I think like around 2001, I finally said, look, I need a video camera because I want to record stuff. And that, oh my gosh, that set off a whole nother new avenue. So I got this Sony camera, mini DV at the time from Sears. And so I started shooting my family Christmases and stuff because, my mom used to shoot video kind of and take pictures. But I figured, why not? I'm going to go ahead and just take it up and, I'll be the one to start doing it. So I've been shooting video. I got my own little camera. I was shooting video. And then maybe like 4 years later, I got a digital camera, Olympus. So then everything, so it's like I was getting this system. I already was shooting video, and then I got a digital camera. So now I would have both my digital camera and my video camera to take pictures. It's like, so that's all been part of my formula. And then I bought a Mac in 2000. It was a Mac. So then I learned how to use iMovie. So I learned how to take my mini DV footage and how to upload it. Because at that time with a Mac, it wasn't USB. They had USB, but the only way you could upload footage through your camera, whatever, was with Firewire 400. So I learned how to do that. I figured a lot of this stuff out on my own. I mean, I researched, and then I was learning how to edit with iMovie. And I would take all family videos and I edit and put them on, like, burn them. I learned how to burn CDs and DVDs. So I would take the home movies and put them on DVD and, give them out to people, families, parties, whatever. And like one of the events I remember, my uncle paid me for shooting a Christmas party at his house. That was fun. I finally got to really test my camera out on a big party. So it's like from there, I got into routine, like family reunion. I got so many footage and pictures of family reunions. I got over 20 years of footage of pictures and video, which I love. I'm so glad I got my stuff. I got to transfer all that stuff over to like DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. Because man, I got piles and piles and piles of pictures. You know, starting from actually, I bought a Kodak Vintage camera like back in '97. So I got film and I got digital stuff starting from back with me on my own from '97 till right now of footage. And I mean, as far as pictures and stuff, it's like, my gosh, my collection is crazy.
That is years of memories.
I learned how to use Photoshop back in 2002. And one day my uncle was over at the house. He had a bunch of pictures. He had gave me like a while back, you know, during that time. So I was just taking them and I learned how to I figured out this on my own too, how to scan pictures. And I took the Adobe Photo Deluxe and I figured, I was like, wow, you can fix up old pictures. I thought that was amazing back in 2000. So I came across, so then that same year, like getting close to Christmas time, my uncle saw me playing around with that, fixing up an old picture of my grandma, his mom. So he was like, why don't you, he really liked it. So he was like, why don't you give that to her for Christmas? I was like, wow, okay. So then, I had it wrapped up in a picture frame, I guess 8 by 10, whatever, and I gave it to grandma. Everybody saw it. Oh my gosh, you should have seen grandma's face. Oh my gosh, it's like grandma younger in like her 20s, but she couldn't believe how I took that old picture. I couldn't believe it too. And see, here's the thing: I didn't know what I was doing, but I was just going on instinct. What looked good to me to get all the cracks and stuff out. And I couldn't believe it. My first time ever doing that. Nobody showed me or anything. It was my instinct on my own to do it. You know, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe I did it. So I take old pictures and I fix them up. I'm so glad. And because like I've lost family members over the years, but I got memories of footage and pictures. It's like, it's really good to have that, you know, because I take nothing for granted. Because, you know, I lost so many family members over the years, you know. It's like, man, you know, it's like, so that it's stuff like that that drives me hard, push harder. I try to do better, you know, it make me just push it, you know, make me put my foot on that pedal and just go.
Hear all of this. How old are you?
45. Yeah.
And you have heard him. He has done a lot. And I mean a lot for 45. And you can do a lot. To have Shannon as an example that anybody, once you have the drive, how did you really get into that part of your life?
Oh, the comic conventions. I started and working as like they would always come around. I mean, we would set up for the conventions, but see, I got hip to it. Once I got my YouTube channel, it's funny. When I'm working around certain people and stuff, and like stuff just start clicking and I get ideas, you know, talking to people. So I officially started doing conventions around 2017, my very first one. I got it on my channel. You know, you see me on there. It's 2017. I just did it PopCon back in over the weekend. I got a lot of footage I got to work on, but you should see how I evolved over time, you know, like with my PopCons and like getting the panels and stuff, you know, and see a lot of that paid off from being a camera operator. I learned how to frame up pictures. Excuse me. Here's another thing. When I started working with the union, the call steward, the guy asked me, could I run a camera? I said, no. He asked me like 2 or 3 times. I looked to myself. I said, look, I can't keep telling him no, because something tells me I'm missing out on money. So I got to figure out how can I tap into this money he keep asking me about. So what I did was, at the time where we lived, our church was like literally like 2 or 3 minutes from us across the street. And so we would go to that church on Sunday, and I always pay attention to the visuals, you know, because I love video. And I would look at the projections on the screen when you see the lyrics and the words, the band playing. I said, wait a minute. Wait 1 second. I need to figure out who I need to talk to, the tech person who works up in the booth with the video. And sure enough, I found out. I got the guy's email. I hit him up. I said, hey man, can I volunteer? Being a camera person? So next thing I know, I got an email. He said, sure. See, I got my experience from the church. I volunteered myself to do that for free, what I mean, because I wanted to get the experience so I could take that experience and use it for work to make money. It's like I said, it couldn't have got no better than that. How cool is that? You can go across the street and get free experience, and boom, and take that experience and use it to make money. I said I was so thankful for that church. It's like the guy. I still want to go back. You know, after I done graduated from the apprentice program and stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like wow. I still can't believe it. But see, that paid off such big for me because I made so much money. It paid off for me big time. You know, getting that experience.
We are going to go into a mini game.
Okay.
As I have with everyone. So I'm going to ask you some questions about gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you love gaming.
Oh, I love trivia. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Number 1. What was the first gaming console to have internal memory?
First gaming console to have internal memory.
First gaming console.
Oh, was it? I want to say Nintendo because I remember the Legend of Zelda. It had the built-in battery with it. I want to say Legend of Zelda. As far as it was NES system.
Sorry.
You said internal memory game console.
Gaming console with an internal memory.
Or you mean internal storage or internal memory?
Well, they say memory.
Oh, not Xbox. It wasn't PlayStation. Well, the Xbox actually had a built-in hard drive, as I can recall. Man, it wasn't Sega Genesis. It wasn't Super Nintendo. PlayStation actually had, you could use memory cards. Man, you might have to tell me.
The Sega Saturn.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I never messed with Sega. That's why, because I kind of blocked Sega Saturn out.
Yes, it came with 1 meg of internal memory.
Wow, really? That's good enough. I'm glad you told me that. I'm going to have to use that for trivia and trip some people up.
Yeah. Number 2, the reference to a stolen sweet troll has been a running gag with what game developer?
Stolen troll, you say?
Stolen sweet troll.
Oh, wow. You might got me stumped on this. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
See, they say that these questions are hard.
Yeah, the stolen troll. Yeah. Developer.
Yes. A developer.
Let's see here. Not Microsoft. Soft Square. Let's see here. Ubisoft. Eunice. You had to tell me.
Well, Bashida Software, Elder Scroll, and Skyrim.
Really? I've heard of Skyrim. Really? Skyrim?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I never played Skyrim.
I saw that once.
Yeah.
And
yeah, Skyrim. I still have people tell me it's really good. I still haven't got into that.
Number 3. What is the name of the planet that is home to the game Gears of War?
Oh my gosh, I love that game. Oh, I know the guy name is Phoenix. Oh my gosh. Oh,
You cannot remember the planet name?
I played that game, but you know, I was so busy just trying to take people out. It didn't matter what planet or whatever it was, surface we were at. We could have been in Alaska. I wouldn't have. Yeah, you had to tell me that. Oh man, I love
Sierra.
Huh?
Sierra.
Okay, Sierra. Okay.
Sera.
Okay.
Sierra.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Number 4. What is the name of the siren character in Borderlands?
The silent character.
Siren character.
I played Borderlands a little bit. Uh, I tell you, it's like that was one of the games I kind of blocked. I tell you, I did a lot of blocking out. It's like I guess some of the games I just didn't really have interest in. So I guess you had to tell me that one too.
Well, I will not hold you. I did not like that game at all. But the
Yeah,
answer is Lilith. Lilith.
Lilith. Okay.
Yeah,
Borderlands.
I did not like that at all.
It was hard. Is my thing is at the beginning, the way you start off, you got this little robot talking to you, and you had to figure out. Oh my gosh, I said,
Yeah, it was too much.
yeah.
It was too much. That's why my game will always be by your shop. Get to the point.
By yeah, I haven't played, but I know it was big though. BioShock.
Yes, that's wonderful. And the last question is, what country refused to provide a rating for Fallout 3 due to morphine use in the game?
Wow. Yeah, I never played Fallout. You gonna have to tell me because those games I just never really played.
Yeah, Fallout is good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Australia.
Okay, Australia. Okay,
Yeah.
Fallout. Mm-hmm.
And that is the end of the questions. And the it seems
Oh God, I'm sorry.
it seems that you do not know gaming as you say that you.
I do adjust those games. The reason because I didn't have interest. They would seem boring to me. That's why. Well, let me ask you a question, Rochelle. Let me flip the script. We talking about gaming. I got one for you. Who invented ping pong? The little thing go doop 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 doop. No, it was Atari. The video game ping pong. Boom boom. The little two blocks. And
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Touche. So thank you for what. Yes. Thank you. Touche.
That sounds good.
Okay. So now you have the floor to tell everyone about your channel.
Like I was saying earlier, my channel, I do a little some of everything. Like I do the Funko mystery pop boxes where I open up mystery boxes and I pull a little action figures out. It's different things. Like you got add icons, like I got the Kool-Aid Funko Pop. I got so many. I got like Prince Funko Pops. I got like those Dragon Ball Z's. I got a lot of Star Wars stuff, that kind of thing. Also, like I was saying, I do conventions where I go and shoot the celebrities on the panels, that kind of thing. And it's also they do cosplay and like people dress up as their favorite superhero or whoever, and I get pictures, which I got. And plus too, I've been doing cooking, but now I think I'm gonna scratch the cooking off of my Shannon show. I'm gonna start it for my new cooking channel. It's gonna be Chef Shannon, which I'm working on. So plus I got a gamer channel I'm working on as well. My Run Flash 66 is my gaming channel. So I got a lot in the works that I'm coming up with. Which is fun.
Yes. And I will leave his link in the description below, and just follow him on YouTube and whatever platform he has.
Yeah.
So the last question I will ask you is, what do you pray for your future to be? What else do you see Shannon doing in your life?
Oh man, excuse me. Good question. I see in the future too, writing like skits, because I got a buddy I just added onto my team, the Shannon show team. Maybe start writing skits and stuff, because he said he wanna help me, because that's the thing I said, because he said you can't do a show by himself, which I agree, because I'm trying to get all people in who can help me improve my show. So I want to start doing skits, and on top of that, somewhere down the road, I want to start. I've done some writing. I want to start shooting little short films, maybe 5 or 10 minute short films. I've done some writing, so I've done like a kind of like a demo trailer that I put together. I showed it to some people, and they're really impressed. And I showed it to my older cousin because he does film festivals back home, and he was impressed with it. My trailer I did, so it's like my trailer is like a horror. I'm trying to come out the gate with some horror stuff because I love horror movies and stuff. So I tell you, my imagination is just sick. I mean, my
Yes.
imagination, I can really shoot it out there, But yeah, I really want to start shooting short films. I want to have a channel dedicated, YouTube channel just for that. So like if I got friends who shoot videos, short films, I want to have my friends come on, use that as a vehicle to showcase their talent as well. So I got a whole lot. Oh my gosh, you haven't seen nothing yet. No, no, no.
Yes. And he is raring to go. You hear the fire in his voice. Yes.
Yeah.
And I am waiting till you create and share. I will be there watching and supporting as you, because I love, again, I love theater, I love directing, I love film, I love recording video. I just love it. So when you are ready, and I could, how am I mini way,
Yeah.
just say hello to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I appreciate the support for real. Cause I like how you, do team build support. I would have never met you and like a lot of people through, team build with Geo. Cause I tell you, that's like a blessing for all of us on team builds. It's like, my
Yes.
gosh, she said God gave her the vision. And I'm so glad she did it. Cause she said she didn't have to do this at all, but she said she wanted to. And it's like, oh
That
my
is true.
gosh. Yeah, I love it. I appreciate Team Build with Geo so much because it's a lot of talented people, smart people in Team Build with Geo. It's like, man. So I've been clicking, it's like networking, clicking with people, become friends with whatever, that kind of thing, So, man, I just
Yeah.
hope it just gets stronger and stronger with Team Build.
Yes. And Team Bill was a way that I can meet you, and for you agreeing to be on my show
Right on.
and supporting me. So I thank you a lot.
That's the thing I like about with Geo. She's trying to show us like how to work together as a team, help each other out, support each other. I see it now. It's been a year now with Team Build. Now I'm starting to see everything, give it time, things to start working their way through. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing it. Now I'm seeing everything that Geo is saying, teacher, she's explaining. I'm learning. It's like being in class with her because she got so much knowledge, information, like with marketing and stuff. It's like, wow. But she said, I'm telling you, because Geo trying to make money, so she wants you to come jump on with her. Just follow her. She'll lead the way. You pick up stuff on your own and learn from her. But, oh, my gosh. I'm telling you, that team build with Geo is the best deal in town all day, every day. And Geo, she'll tell you, because Geo is like that aunt. I feel she got like that aunt. She's that old school aunt, she's from the old school. But, she's not going to tell us wrong. And she'll tell us. She'll go and look this information up herself because she want to be clear and correct with everybody. She don't want to give out no bad information. She want to make sure everything is on point all the time. And I love that, because I don't listen to no outside stuff as far as like YouTube, other channels saying rooms. I just wait. I listen for Geo, see what Geo, because I know Geo's going to check it out for sure.
So you have heard from Shannon. You've heard all the wonderful things and things that he's doing and want to do. And you can be inspired as well. There's a lot of talented young men and young women who just want a spark. And it could be in a flyer or a video or even in a scripture. You can do anything that you want to do. Thank you very much, Shannon, and I'm waiting to see your videos and your movies. I'm
Yeah.
waiting to see the birth of them. So, till we meet again next week, have a wonderful day. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
All right. Thank you so much.